So we've pretty much got all of the posts and beams installed for the back porch, and we've just got two more posts to install, one in the center of that beam and one in the center of that beam. We possibly could have gotten away without those, but we really don't want, it's going to be a screen porch, and we really don't want to have that large an expanse of open screen anyway, so it'll be stronger and it'll be functional in terms of getting the screen attached. So we've got two more posts to put in, and then we can start hanging rafters. Let's go up top and take a look at the detail a little bit here. So we've got a double 2x10 beam around the perimeter, and that sits on our posts. We're going to have four 6x6 cedar posts, and then we've got a glue lamp post supporting the ridge beam. The ridge beam is a 4x10 glue lamp, and it's sitting on two 4x6 columns, also glue lamps, and it's connected with a Simpson connector designed for attaching a ridge beam to, well, a beam to a post. It's a nice heavy connector. It will eliminate any racking force on the beam. And it also, as you may have seen in the time-lapse video of the beam raising, it also makes it a lot easier and safer to get the beam up if you don't happen to have a crane. A couple of other details here. The 2x10s are connected every 16 inches with two structural screws, and since this is going to be exposed for a while, I put a real good quality flashing tape on the seam, so we're not getting moisture down in between the two plies that would probably sit there for a long time. This is the flashing tape I'm going to be using on the house wrap and the windows. It's Hydro Flash, and it's the first time I've used it. It seems like a really good product. A couple of other details here. The beams actually penetrate the wall, and they will be sitting on two trimmer studs. I've just got one in there right now, but you can see the beam is going inside the wall, all the way inside the wall, and it is screwed to that stud, and then it'll be supported by two studs underneath it. So again, since we don't have walls and sheathing, we want to be real careful about shear force on this porch. So connecting it to the house and connecting it securely to the posts, and finally using those structural brackets to secure the beam, the ridge beam, to the post, will make it very rigid. And even though it's not done yet, you can already tell it's very rigid. So the next step, by the way, we also put in a lot of temporary bracing. Probably overkill, but it's thunderstorm season, so just in case we get some high winds, we want to make sure this thing isn't going to fall, of course, which is not too likely, but even we don't want it to go out of plumb due to some heavy winds. So got a lot of extra bracing on here to make sure it stays where we want it. So the next step will be to get the last 2 posts in, and then we can start hanging rafters. We're doing 2x8 cedar rafters, which will be exposed, and we're going to have a nice overhang on the sides. And then at the gable end, you can see we extended the outer ply of the beams on the sides. We extended those out a couple of feet, and we did the same thing with the ridge beam. So we'll have probably about a 16-inch gable overhang on the end of the porch. Since it's going to be all open and screened, we want to have a good overhang on the end so that in wet weather the floor stays relatively dry. So that is pretty much it for now. We'll keep you posted.